You want to grab a coffee? My son is late. He slept in. So I am driving him to Erin District High. Some days I am merely the Uber for my children. What are we doing?
We're going to vote at the advance poll, which is at Teen Ranch over on Highway 10. All things considered, it's a lovely fall day, early fall weather. So it's really beautiful, and leaves are just thinking about turning. And we're still here. Isn't that amazing? I haven't experienced any hay fever. I usually have sinus problems in ragweed season, which generally starts about the middle of August and runs through the middle of September. But this year I didn't have any symptoms at all. So it was the first time in a very long time.
Well, I got rid of most of the ragweed on the property.
Well, true, but that's very, the pollen carries in the wind.
So do you think you kind of healed at a deeper level?
Possibly. I knew someone, a psychic that I knew. She read tea leaves. That was her gift. And she told me when someone came to her with allergies of any kind, she always asked not what are you allergic to, but who are you allergic to? That was her theory about allergies, is that they're fundamentally a response to someone or some situation in our environment. And the response to the allergen itself is secondary. Your body is reacting to the allergen because there's some precondition which has set you up to react to the allergen. Okay, so if you can address that underlying precondition to the allergic response, then it goes away. It's not a conscious choice that you're choosing to react to ragweed or tree pollen. Your body is reacting to it because the underlying biology is predisposed towards a histamine reaction, where your body releases histamine in response to a stimulus. And it's the histamine that causes runny noses and red eyes and all the rest.
Let's stop, sweetie. Stop the car first before
I
you
have
answer.
no place to stop here. I'm right on that. There's no place to pull off. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. Just let it. Could just be spam. I've been getting plenty of that lately.
Or it could be Elliot.
Or it could be Elliot. You have your phone with you?
Yes.
He usually calls you first.
Of course he does.
Of course. Okay. I missed a call.
You've got one new message. To check your unheard messages, hit 1. Here's your name. Here's your first new message. Hello. This call is from Canada Border Service. Okay, we've scrapped that message. We've hit the end. Thanks for calling. Bye.
Yep, Canada Border Services robocall. I'm shaking in my boots, baby.
Why are human beings so predatory?
It's in our nature that we are predators, and we're fierce predators.
But we're prey on each other.
Yeah, so
What the fuck?
what the fuck? Why not prey on people? After all, there's plenty of them. They're very conveniently located wherever you live. There's other people. So, hey, makes sense from an evolutionary point of view, doesn't it? Start by preying on your own species, who are super abundant on the planet right now. We know there's a plague of humans.
So are you making a point for cannibalism?
No, you don't necessarily have to consume your prey. You just remove them if they're competition. I think people see other people either as competition or as a threat.
How about a mate?
Or a potential mate. So there's really only about 3, maybe 4 possibilities in assessing another person. Either they're neutral, you don't experience them as a threat, you don't see them as a potential mate, they're just another object in your environment. They are a threat to your well-being, they are a potential mate, or they're a cooperative element.
Like a friend?
Like a friend, yeah. So that's really about it.
So what did you heal so that you are no longer allergic?
What did I heal? Well, what's coming up for me is I healed my feeling that I have to submit myself to some authority. That I have to be beholden to the powers that be. I'm not talking about a spirit in a spiritual sense, of course. And spiritually, I submit myself to a higher authority continuously. That's the whole point in spiritual progress, is to do that and then ensure your survival on a spiritual level. No, I'm talking about on a societal level. That I'm not recognizing the ultimate authority of human-based laws and mechanisms that are designed to subjugate us and prevent us from claiming our worth and our power.
So what comes up for me is a lesson out of the Course in Miracles that says there are no laws but God's.
believe that was used against you in a court of law.
Really?
Yes.
Funny. But all the laws of man derive from the laws of Moses.
Yes. Law is based on the recognition that we are social creatures, that we always live in a social context, and that anything that happens between humans must recognize that. You know, that we're in this together, that isolated humans are incapable of surviving. And even if they do survive, they're incapable of reproducing. So ultimately, they're going to be terminated. So individual humans, the single human being, is a non-entity in the evolutionary sense. In a spiritual sense, of course, your spirit may join with the spirit of the universe and experience survival in some way, shape, or form. But your body is doomed to be returned to the elements from which it arose.
You're so poetic.
Yes.
What he actually means is when you croak.
When you croak. You know, from dust to dust. We're just mud. We're mud men and women. All law and all justice are based on these fundamental acknowledgments of our interdependence. We depend on one another for our survival. And we are predators. We're hardwired that way. So the creation of law, of justice, of fairness, also acknowledges that people fundamentally, without anything coming in from above to prevent them, will act in their own self-interests and against the interests of those around them. But you're right, human laws are ultimately based on divine mandates, and every human society has acknowledged that in some way, shape, or form. Today we get to vote.
Our civic duty.
We discharge our civic duties.
So I can't vote for Trudeau?
You vote for your member of parliament.
I want to vote for Trudeau.
Well, that's a presidential system, which they have in the United States. In Canada, we have a parliamentary system. You vote for your member of parliament that represents your riding, and if the party that you voted for gains a majority in the House of Commons, a majority of seats, then the leader of the party, who also must be elected. This is a nice route, isn't it? Along here.
Lovely.
Okay, following the Credit River. The east branch of the Credit River.
I love being on road trips with you, honey. Bumpy ride. Hear this, you're going way too fast.
driven by it for 20 years. Well, it doesn't look too busy.
Beautiful facility. That must be an indoor arena.
Yes, it is. It's one of the things they do. Hockey.
Oh, I thought it was a indoor arena for horses.
Nope. Ice skating.